Hello there, YouTube. Maikeli7 here. Much different view for you today. Not on the bike, obviously. But I am sitting here looking at my beautiful yard on this wonderful Sunday morning. I think it's still morning. And let me show you my view. Much preferable to looking at my mug. Isn't that nice? And there's Siona. Hi, Siona. What you doing? She's ignoring me. There's Desperate Peanut. Don't you dare jump up on my leg. I'll kill you. You might be wondering, how did you get out here, Mikey? Well, I went through that door. Stood up on my good leg. Pulled the chair out. And positioned it, and here I am. Let me show you my leg. So, that's my left leg. And that's the problem. Right here, where the tibia meets the femur. So the femur and the tibia meet kind of at the knee, and there's a bunch of muscles and cartilage and stuff. So the top of the bone on the tibia on the front here kind of broke off at the ACL, and then something else on the side over here crushed or something cracked. So I don't need surgery and I don't need a cast, but I do need to leave it in this contraption here to maintain straightness. I can take it off when I'm not moving around, but I leave it on most often. I take it off to let my leg breathe, and it's not that hard to take off, as you can see. So there's that. This is my good leg, which is also my bad leg. Broke that leg in 2010 in November. Broke this leg in 2021 in October. Yeah. Smart. So I'll do a couple of shout outs as I'm sitting here, and then I'll tell you the story of the leg. So shout out to GB Winging It. Thank you, Gil. I'll be sending you along something with the M7 Maikeli7 logo or something you can sport as you're riding around, because as you all know, my riding season is really now, like between now and May, and I'm going to miss at least 2 months of it. I'm not going to be able to ride until January. Can't even put any weight on my leg for another month, and then by the 28th of December, that's when I apparently can put all my weight on my leg, but we'll see how it goes. Just glad I don't need surgery, that's for sure. So another shout out to Ryan Enstad out in California. I'm trying to think of as many as I can. Judy Sheldon. Hello, Judy. Let's see. Geomat Grandad. Richard Hill. Smyrna Cowboy. Sorry that you're going through hell as well, my friend. Way worse than mine, that's for damn sure. Moose 3971. Michael Bayless. Dogbone. Hey, Dogbone. Hog Driver. Can you believe I'm coming up with all this? You know, partially on drugs. So, Glenn Tripp. Thank you, Glenn. As I think of more, I'll mention Walton, PA. Moto Mengi. Amer Chic. Road Reality, John. I know if I don't think of people, they get upset. You know, drug-addled brain. I'm on oxycodone. I was on it. I try to take that as sparingly as possible. So they say take one every 4 hours. 1 to 2 every 4 hours. No. I only take it when I get to that point where, like, ow, I need it. So yesterday I took 2 total. Today I've taken none. Also, diazepam, I take that at night to help me sleep. But I'm almost out of that. I've had it for a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And I try to take that sparingly. And Phenegram, it's anti-nausea. I take that quite a bit, actually, because I'm nauseated a lot. But today, I'm not on any of that stuff. I'm just on my usual things that I take every day, pre-accident, So try not to be on the drugs. I don't like the drugs. They kind of make me nuts. The other day I had a freak out. Somebody called me and said, things are happening at work and your job may be in jeopardy. That's the way I took it. I know it wasn't meant that way, but that's how I took it because I'm on drugs. And I freaked out and got dressed, got my crutches, hobbled out to the garage, hopped in the car, and drove to work. And then hobbled into the office. That wasn't good. Shouldn't have done that. So my apologies to all and sundry who had to deal with my anger that day. I'm home. I ain't going anywhere. As a matter of fact, Sweet Pea took my keys. I cannot be trusted. All right, so here's the story of how I ended up this way. So I decided on a Tuesday, a couple Tuesdays ago, I was going to ride to Mount Airy and Pilot Mountain area up in northwestern North Carolina because it was a beautiful day. The leaves were changing. Wasn't going to be too hot. No rain. I had worked my butt off. I had caught up on everything at work, so I knew that if I took a day off, it wouldn't be a big deal. So I told my boss that morning I'm taking a mental health day and got myself ready, get on the bike, and off I went. Had a great ride out there. I think I motovlogged on the way out, as you probably saw, a couple of motovlogs I did. And when I got to the area, first I went to a place called Aunt B's. It's in Mount Airy. It's one of the roadside exits there. And it's this little, podunky type place, very country. And I had myself some pancakes. That was pretty good. Turned around and went back toward the state park, which I had passed in like 10 minutes. I get to the state park and I go in there, and you kind of have to figure out your way around because it was confusing. You saw in the video. And I get all the way up to that beautiful place where I parked and walked around and just had a great old time. Looking at the view, you could see for miles. And then I walked further up and I saw that I could go to the summit area. So I went to the summit and had a great time there, taking pictures. Climbed up on a big post and gave my phone to one of the people down there. Some of them didn't even speak English. I'm like, and they took a bunch of pictures of me, thankfully. And I even went out beyond the gate to this ledge thing because I wanted to look like I was, looking over the ledge. God, I'm glad I didn't fall off of that thing. And the people looking at me like, hurry on back now. So I get off of that ridge, start coming back down. My right leg starts hurting because it's always bad ever since the accident in 2010, which was about 2 months after my dad died. So I'm coming down and I see this little trail off to the side. It takes you to this thing that you can see as Pilot Mountain from the highway, which is what I thought was Pilot Mountain. It's this big round cylindrical thing sticking up out of the earth. And I thought, let me go over there. It's only 0.8 miles. So I start going down the stairs, and the stairs are not really stairs. They're just a bunch of rocks. And there's this outcropping that's there. So I put my hand on the outcropping. Favoring my left leg, I took a left step forward because my right leg is really not so good at this point. And the way the rock was, it was kind of like this, like a 2-level rock. But I couldn't see it from that angle. I didn't have the good depth perception that I guess I need. And so when my foot hit it, it went like that and twisted. And my bottom of my leg went that way, and the top of my leg went that way. And I tumbled. And I don't know how I managed not to fall forward, but I managed to fall sideways on the step, and bang. And I felt all this cracking and crunching and grinding and popping, and I thought, I think I broke it. This big dude comes running over, Derek. Hi, Derek. Thank you so much. And this lady comes over. Her name is Leah. Hi, Leah. I know you don't know my channel, but anyway, this person named Leah helped me. And they got me, and we're going up one step at a time. Oh, it was agony. Kept trying to put my weight on it, and I couldn't even wiggle it. It was that sensitive. Finally get up to this staging area where there's this gravel. I'm on this bench, and a very nice man named Michael called 911 for me. And the park rangers came, and they kind of assessed me, this, that. They put a little bandage on me, keep my legs stable. And then they called the ambulance. First it was a rescue crew came. Then they called an ambulance. Ambulance took me to Mount Airy Hospital. Did some x-rays. They said, yeah, it's broken, but doesn't require surgery. I called my work sister and her husband, and they came all the way to Mount Airy to pick me up. They got me at about, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, something like that. We ended up getting my prescription drugs at the Walgreens there in Mount Airy, and then we went over to Pilot Mountain because the ranger had the key fob to my bike, and he was waiting for me to come back. So we got back there, and I said, I'm going to have to leave the bike overnight, and I'll probably get a wrecker to come and pick the bike up and take it to my house. He said, okay, no problem. Got the stuff I wanted out of my bike, and they drove me all the way back to my house. Didn't get home till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Next day in the morning, I'm trying to call the insurance company to figure out how I'm going to get my bike back. And at that point, I remembered my good buddy Kevin, Carolina Wildman, used to be FedEx guy. He knows how to ride a Goldwing. He's ridden the Goldwings, and he's a great rider. He's way better than I am as a rider. And so I thought, let me give him a call, see if he's busy. He said he could take the bike back to my house on Saturday. At this point, I think it was like a Wednesday. But in the meantime, he knew somebody out there who could pick it up and bring it to their Honda shop, and then he could go get it on Saturday. God. So I was just about to set this up with Progressive, and it was not going to cost me a dime out of pocket. Progressive is awesome that way. I got the top level. So they were going to send a wrecker to pick up my bike and drive it to my house. But I don't want anybody who doesn't know how to handle that bike to do that, because I had that happen before in Colorado, and they messed up my steering head bearing thing. So even though I have the tie-down points, I put those on. I bought those, I think Moose told me how to get them, or he sent them to me, something like that. Anyway, I have the proper tie-down points that are on the frame. And right as I was about to say, go get my bike to the Progressive people, that's when I figured it out with Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. And yeah, he went out there with a friend's trailer and trailered my bike all the way back. You saw the pictures. You saw him go like, look at the bike. That was pretty cool. And he pulled my bike in the garage perfectly, just the way I always do, and so everything's fine. Thank goodness. So just me and my stupidity. I've been really clumsy this past year. Notice after my mom died, I was walking around my sister's yard looking at this huge RV that they bought, like a tour bus kind of RV. And I was looking at the tires, and I was thinking, oh, I know that it goes up and down, right? It's hydraulics. So I go around the other side to look, and I didn't see the mirror sticking out of the damn thing. And I banged my head right on the mirror and knocked myself out. Just getting clumsy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the glasses messing me up. I don't know. Anyway, I'll ruminate on that for the next couple of months. And hopefully I won't have any more mishaps. So it's Maikeli7 saying thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. And if I haven't given you a shout out, I apologize because, I'm foggy brained. I'll leave you with a view of the beauty. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later.